Check, check, check. Check, check. Check.
Bulldogs of Mahomet play host to the Maroons of Clinton in an IHSA baseball game. We would also like to extend a special welcome to the parents and fans from Clinton who are joining us this afternoon in person and on our Bulldog TV network. Good luck to both teams. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our expectation that those in attendance will conduct themselves at all times with a level of sportsmanship and respect that expresses positive support for your team. Booing, swearing, or negative comments directed toward the opposing team or officials will result in an invitation to leave our facility for the rest of the afternoon. Adults, please remember that you are role models for our children and athletes. Again, we're here to cheer for our teams and not against anyone else. And we thank you for your cooperation. If you've got any concerns or questions, please contact the administrator at this afternoon's contest. Jackson Reynolds. Batting second, number 5, the second baseman, Jack Manning. Batting third, number 13, the catcher, Josh Bass. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot, number 34, the center fielder, Colton Walker. Batting fifth in right field, number 8, Mitchell Cornwell. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 11, Carter Bostic. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 4, Preston Curtis. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 10, Cole Fentress. And batting ninth, the first baseman, number 3, John Smock. The Maroons are coached by Nate Evans, and so far this year they are 1-2 on the season. Let's take a look at the starting lineups now for the Bulldogs of Mahomet. Leading off for the Bulldogs, number 11, the shortstop, Camden Heinberg. Batting second in left field, number 12, Gavin Bailey. Batting third at first base, Nolan Johnson. First base, Ray Long. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 3, Miles Woolsey. Batting sixth in center field, Mason Orton. Batting seventh, the pitcher, number 5, Max Young. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 4, Tyson Finch. And batting ninth, number 23 at second base, Carl Henderson. The Bulldogs are 3-1 on the year and are coached by head coach Nick DiFilippo. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please stand. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Face the flag for the playing of our national anthem. Left fielder number 2, Jackson Reynolds.
Number 2 up now for the Maroons. And pitch 1 is hit over to third. And that is a single throw over to first for the first out.
To the third baseman. They're scoring now to score a 5-3 put-out. And that brings out the second baseman, number 5,
Jack Manning up to bat now. Number 5, second baseman. And that one is swung on, hit over to third. And there's out number 2.
Manning goes out
5-3 play.
for the second out of the inning. And that brings up the catcher, Josh Bass.
Josh Bass up to bat now. And that one is outside for ball 1. There's strike 1, 1 on the count now with 2 outs. And that one is swung on, hit to right field. And that one is gone for a home run out to right center field.
The right field fence for a home run.
After Max Young threw 2 straight outs and 2 pitches. I believe the 6th pitch was taken deep out to right center.
At the plate for the Maroons, the center fielder, number 34, Colton Walker.
Walker up to bat now. Number 34 center fielder for Clinton. And that one is in, and he was hit by the pitch. Runner on first now with 2 outs.
And he is on first base.
Quick mound meeting and we'll step aside.
At the
Cornwell up to bat now with 1 runner on, and that one is high and in again for ball number 1. And that one is swung on for strike number 1. 1 on the count, 2 outs for Max Young and a runner on first. And that one is swung on over to second, and it goes through his legs. First to third, and
Cornwell singles.
Cornwell gets on with a single with a second base error.
Colton Walker takes third.
Colton Walker advances first to third there. And Cornwell gets on. Carter Bostic up now, the pitcher for Clinton. Right on left matchup here. We'll see how that turns out. First pitch outside, ball 1. And that one is swung on and fouled off. Cool breeze today coming straight out of the north. It's a nice, chilly day here in Illinois and a beautiful day for spring baseball. And outside ball. 2-1 on the count and 2 outs. Runners on first and third. Outside again for ball number 3, 3-1. And ball 4 low to load the bases. Up now is number 4, Preston Cortis.
That puts men on all the bases for the Maroons. 2 outs, and the batter is the shortstop, Preston Curtis.
Bases loaded now for Curtis. And that one is high. Curtis ducks out of it for ball number 1. Low again. Oh, that's a strike. And swung on for strike number 3. And Max Young gets out of the jam with only 1 run. We'll be back with the Bulldogs up to bat.
1-0.
And we are back with number 11, Camden Heinold up to bat. Shortstop for the Bulldogs, leading it off. Left on right matchup here. And strike number 1 to Heinold. in there again for strike number 2. And 0-2 on the count. And that one is swung on and fouled off. Fighting off that one there. Heinold 0-2 on the count. And he swings on that one, hit to shallow center field, and Heinold is on with a
Singles to center field.
single.
And that brings out the left fielder, number 12, Gavin Bailey.
Number 12, Gavin Bailey up to bat now. Plays left field for the Bulldogs. Two 2-0 now for Bailey. And inside there for strike 1. And Heinold takes off and safely slides into second.
Heinold steals second base.
And called for strike 2 there. 3-2 on the count. So a full count for Gavin Bailey with a runner on second. And that is ball 4 to put runners on first and second.
With Nolan Johnson coming into play.
And up to bat in the third spot is Nolan Johnson. And Heinold takes off for third. And the ball goes far past, and he is safe with the first run for the Bulldogs.
Aaron Throw takes the plate. And that ties the game, but one apiece. And on the throw, Gavin Bailey takes second.
Strike 1. Strike 2 there. And that one is fouled off. And fouled off there past first. Johnson still up to bat with a runner on second. And that one is swung on, hit to center field. And that one will drop, goes past center fielder. And run coming home. That was number 12, Gavin Bailey, scores on that. 2-1 now for the Bulldogs with a runner on second.
At the plate, the cleanup hitter, Ray Long.
And the 4 spot up to bat now is Ray Long. Ball one. That one is hit over the shortstop, and Long gets in with a short left field single.
And that moves Johnson over the third.
Johnson over to third now, Long on first, and up to bat is Miles Woolsey. Close there for ball one. And Long takes off, steals second cleanly with no throw.
Left that a stolen base. That puts Bulldog runners on second and third with nobody out.
And that one is hit past the second baseman, and that will bring 1 run in for the Bulldogs. Woolsey takes off for second and is
Woolsey
in.
singles to right field. That scores Johnson from third. Ray Long ends up in third. And Woolsey on the throw to the plate takes second. At the plate, the center fielder, number 2.
Up to bat now
Mason
is
Orton.
number 2, Mason Orton. Ball in there for Orton. And that one is swung on, hit to left center field, and that one will fall in after a drop by the center fielder, Colton Walker.
It's a single. Ray Long scores from third.
Score is now 4-1 Bulldogs after Long scored from third. Up to bat now is number 5, the pitcher, Max Young.
Pitcher, Max Young.
That one is high for ball one. And that one is swung on. Orton safely steals second. And Miles Woolsey scores. Scores now 5-1 Bulldogs. Still no outs. 1-1 on the count. And that one is swung on, fouled off. And that is a strikeout. He watched it. And that is out number 1.
Third strike for the first out of the inning, and that brings at the plate the catcher, Tyson Finch.
Up to bat now is number 4, catcher Tyson Finch. And a safe steal
Mason
over at third.
steals third base.
Orton in safe. 1-0 on the count for Tyson Finch. And that one high there for ball number 2. Outside, ball number 3, 3-0 on the count, 1 out, and a runner on third, that is Orton. And that puts runners on the corner. Finch walks with 1 out. Score update is 5-1 Mahomet in the lead in the bottom of the first.
Coming into courtesy run for Tyson, number 10. That is Matthew Kirby.
Matthew Kirby in to pinch run. 3 up to bat. Cole Henderson. Check throw over at first. And Kirby takes off. No throw to second, and he is in safely. And that one is hit left field, and that will drop and bring in 2 runs for Mahomet. Matthew Kirby slides in safely at home.
Orton scores on a single, and the pinch runner comes across, and he scores. Cole Henderson hits it.
Score now is 7-1 Mahomet.
Second base on the throw to the plate. That brings up the man
And back up to the top of the order is number 11, Camden Heinold.
shortstop.
And that one is swung on over to the second baseman. He bobbles it, and
Heinold beats out an infield single.
Heinold safe first.
Henderson takes the plate, Gavin Bailey.
Henderson is at third. Runners on the corner now with Gavin Bailey up to bat.
Gavin won the second time out, the first time out this year.
Heinold takes off on that one and is in safely to second base.
That's Blade and Brock.
3-0 on the count for Gavin Bailey. And strike one. Little low, just clipped the corner there. That one is swung on, popped high to short center. And that one is caught for out number 2 in shallow left center field.
The center field. And at the plate, number 21, Johnson.
Nolan Johnson up to bat now. 2 outs and runners on second and third for the Bulldogs. In the bottom of the first, score is 7-1 at the moment. And that one is popped over to third. And the throw is there in time for the third out. Johnson grounds out, and score at the bottom of the first is 7-1. We'll be right back with Clinton up to bat. Leading off the top of the second now is number 10. Swung on there for strike one. That one is fouled off for strike two. High for ball one. 1-2 on the count. And he rings him up for strike three.
Strike three for the first out of the inning. And that brings up the first baseman, number 3, John Smock.
John Smock up to bat now in the 9 spot. And pitch 1 is swung on for strike 1.
Brock's back. Everybody, yeah, everybody wants him. That was funny.
That one is also in the zone for strike 2. 0-2 with 1 out in the top of the first. Score update 7-1. And strike 3 goes down swinging. And back to the top of the order. Number 2, Jackson Reynolds.
Jackson Reynolds. Last time up, Jackson grounded out, third to first.
That one is popped up high and taken care of for out number 3.
Pops out to the second baseman for the third out.
That one caught by Cole Henderson. And we head to the bottom of the second. We have 3 down there for the Bulldogs. And they head out.
Looks like Carter Bostic is going to right field. So those of you scoring, it's strictly a clear swing. Right field and pitcher.
I believe I heard Bostic to right field, and Clinton gets a new pitcher. Up to bat, number 19, Ray Long, in the 4 spot, leading off the bottom of the second.
For the second inning, the first baseman, number 19, Ray Long.
And just sneaks in for strike 1.
Yeah, are you on day 2? All right, stay with it.
That one swung on, hit to center field. And tracked
Ray Long just won the dead straightaway center fielder.
down to deep center field for out number 1.
The right fielder, Miles Woolsey.
Miles Woolsey up to bat now, number 3 for the Bulldogs
Woolsey singled the last time the bat
in the
came
5
through.
spot. Strike 1 there. And that one swung on, hit over to the shortstop. And the throw beats him for out number 2.
The first for the second out of the inning. And that brings up
Up to bat now, number 2,
center fielder,
Mason Orton.
number 2, Mason Orton. Mason singled the last time the bat.
Strike 1 for Orton. Just inside there for strike number 2. And that one hit straight over to first. And Orton beats out the first baseman to get on with a single.
An infield hit.
Up now to bat is number 5, Max Young.
At the plate, the pitcher, number 5, Max Young.
Outside for ball 1. Low in the dirt there. And Orton takes off, steals second base with 2 outs in the bottom of the second.
Putting himself in scoring position. Max Young, batter. 2 balls, no strikes.
In the dirt there for ball number 3. 3-0 on the count.
Come on, go in with you.
And in there for strike number 1. 3-1 on the count, 2 outs for Young. Runner on second. And a quick mound meeting, and we step aside. Threw one on the count, and that one is low for ball number 4.
Max draws
Young draws the walk.
the Bulldog runners on first and second. And at the plate, the catcher, Tyson Finch. Tyson walked the last time at bat.
And into third safely is Orton. And with that,
Steals third.
Young takes second.
Young steals second on a double steal. And Tyson takes strike one.
Low for ball 2. Ball 2 now, sorry. 2-0 on the count, and runners on second and third. Outside for ball 3. And outside there, ball 4 for Finch. And up to bat now is number 23, Cole Henderson.
Bulldogs. And at the plate, number 23, Cole Henderson. Courtesy running for Tyson. Number 10 is Matthew Kirby.
And that one popped over to Clint's pitcher. And in safely is Henderson.
Henderson is an infield.
Back to the top of the order is number 11, Cam Heinold for his third time up to bat.
Ends up on third.
And bases loaded.
Reynolds ends up on second. And at first, Cole Henderson. At the plate, number 11, the shortstop, Camden Heinold.
Low for ball 1. That one swung on, hit to center field. And Clinton gets out of the jam to head to the
Dead center field.
top of the third. Clinton coming up to bat next. Low in the dirt for ball one. Swung on there, 2-2 on the count. For number 5, Jack Manning. And that one is swung on, hit over to Henderson. And a short toss over to first.
Score that a 4-3 put out. And that brings up the catcher, number 13, Josh Bass. The last time up, Josh hit a top home run. For the Maroons' only run so far.
Strike one in there. That one hit over to third, and that gets to the gap between short and third, and that is a single to left field.
Bass ends up with a single.
So far, Bass up is a home run to right center and a single.
Parker is going to come in to run for Bass. Number 23, Parker running for Bass. At the plate, Colton Walker, the center fielder.
Low for ball one. Up and in there for strike one. And we head to the bottom of the third. Bulldogs up to bat with an 8-1 lead. Bulldogs with 7 hits on the game, 1 error, and Clinton 1 run on the game, 2 hits, and 3 errors so far. We'll step aside and be back with... Sorry, we will be right back with number 12, Gavin Bailey, up to bat.
For the Bulldogs, the left fielder number 12, Gavin Bailey.
Bailey up to bat now. Ball 1, down and out. In the dirt there for ball 2. Fouled off for strike 1. Ball in the dirt there once again. 3-2 full count now with no outs. And he draws a walk there.
Bailey starts it off with a walk.
Woolsey up to bat now with a runner on first. Outside for ball 1. And that one is bounced over. And he's going to beat out the throw with a little bobble from the shortstop.
Johnson singles, infield eyes. He ends up on first base and on the side, Gavin Bailey.
And runners now on first and second for the Bulldogs with no outs.
The cleanup hitter, number 19, Ray Long.
And a quick mound visit, and we will step aside. That one lands right there for ball 2, 2-0 on the count with no outs. Another one low and out of the zone. Ball number 3, 3-0 now. And that one is low and out once again. Ray draws the walk to head to third. Or sorry, head to first.
Johnson's on second. Gavin Bailey's on third. And at the plate, the right fielder number 3, Miles.
Woolsey. Bases are loaded. No outs, and they score 8-1 for the Bulldogs. And that one is hit softly. And there's another error for the third baseman. Sorry, another error for Clinton and an error for their third baseman. That's the 4th of the day. Take the back to 5th of the day. And the score is now, should be 9-1, I believe.
The center fielder, Mason.
And that one is hit over to first. And that one is out to shallow right field. And that will draw in 2 runs for the Bulldogs.
Base at the second, call out an error on the first baseman. Woolsey goes to third. Johnson and Ray.
They call that an E3 there. And a mound visit with the entire infield. Tough going here for Clinton. Seemed to be struggling on the defensive end. Started off hot with a home run in the first inning and haven't been able to get going since then. Mahomet has just continued to keep going here and, keeping it going. Keep the ball going strong. No outs here, and I believe 2 runners on still for the Bulldogs. And we will step aside as Clinton takes some extra warm-ups. Up to bat now is Max Young. Runners on second and third. And that one is swung on, hit between second and shortstop. And that will bring in 2 runs for a 2-run single by Max Young. Score 13-1 now, and a runner on first. Up to bat now is Tyson Finch. And strike one there. It's right around the corner to the right. Sorry about that. And he takes off from first, headed over. There's an error in center field, and he holds up short at third base. Runner on third now. That is swung on and fouled off. 2-2 on the count. And the ball is 5 feet from home, and he steals.
Franz scores
That was Nolan Franz.
on the pass ball.
Pinch running there.
3-2 is the count on Tyson
He went
Finch.
first to third, and then third to home.
And Tyson looks at strike 3.
And he watches strike 3 for the first out. That was Tyson Finch.
Second baseman.
Score now is 14-1 for the Bulldogs. And up to bat now is number 23, Cole Henderson. And that one is hit out to right center. And that will go in as a single for Henderson.
Field, or right center field.
Yeah, thankfully we did.
Up to bat is number 11, Cam Heinold.
Camden Heinold.
And that one is hit to deep left field. And it is dropped just at the fence. And I believe that will go in as an error for the left fielder
Heinold hits
for Camden Heinold.
double.
called an E7. And he gets over to second.
That puts Henderson on third.
Henderson now on third. 14-1 for the Bulldogs still with only one out in the bottom of the third. Bulldogs here 1 run away from matching
Gavin Bailey.
the first inning runs earned. And that one is low in the dirt for ball 1. And wow, catcher does a good job framing that one for, I believe, strike number 1. And that one is hit, fouled off high and over. That one far outside for ball 3. Full count now with 1 out, runners on second and third. Still with Gavin Bailey up to bat. And that one is low.
Bailey goes down swinging
Caught on the drop third.
for the second out of the inning. And that brings up the third baseman, Nolan Johnson.
Up to bat now is number 21, Nolan Johnson. Two outs and runners on second and third for the Bulldogs. That one is low for ball 1. And that one is hit over to shortstop. And
Johnson ground
caught at first
for
for
the 6-3 put out
the third out.
for the third out of the inning.
6-3, I believe it was scored. And we head to the top of the fourth.
Bulldogs sent 10 members to the plate.
I just want to thank the Bulldog TV viewers for watching today. And I hope you are enjoying the broadcast. As the season goes on, I hope to give you guys a much better showing. But for now, this is about the best I can do. The wind has calmed down just a little bit here, but it's still blowing out of the north. Temperature has dropped about 4 degrees. And in unrelated but baseball news, opening day for many teams comes this Thursday. To keep going with the opening day theme, Brewers, Yankees, Orioles at Blue Jays, Red Sox at Rangers, Phillies at Nationals, Guardians at Royals, Mets at Astros, Giants at Reds, and much more for opening day. And up to bat now is number 4 for Clinton. That is
Up at the top of the fourth,
Preston
for the
Curtis.
The shortstop, Preston Curtis. Last time up, he went down swinging.
And he swings there for, swings on pitch number 1 for strike 1. I'm going to step aside. I will be right back. John Smock up to bat now. 2 outs for the Maroons. And strike 1. That one low for ball 1. 1-1 on the count. That one fouled off into the fence. 1-2 on the count with 2 outs and no runners on. close there and called for a strike three pitch.
At strike three.
Smock watches the go for strike three. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Score is 14-1 Bulldogs, and Clinton has not scored since the first inning blast out to right center.
It's the Bulldogs 14, the Maroons 1.
We will take a break and be right back. And we are back now to the bottom of the fourth.
Cole Henderson is now batting for Lowell. Cole Henderson batting for Lowell.
Up to bat now for Mahomet. And in there for strike two, 1-2 on the count. And swung on and strike out.
Henderson goes down
That
swinging
was not Henderson.
for the first out of the inning. At the plate,
1 out for the
right
Bulldogs.
fielder Henry Wagner, who is batting for Miles Rizzi.
And high for ball one. Low and out for ball two. Three on the count with 1 out. And Wagner
Trying to walk, Henry Wagner.
takes the walk.
And at the plate, we face the center fielder, Bryson Horton, is Jake Mercer. Number 29, Jake Mercer.
Jake Mercer up to bat now. 1 out, and a runner on first for the Bulldogs. That one called strike one. outside for ball one. Strike two called for Mercer. 1-2 on the count, 1 out, and a runner on first in the bottom of the fourth. Bulldogs none yet this inning with a lot of pinch hitters. And that one's outside for ball two. Still only the 1 run for Clinton, and that is the same one from the first inning. It's 3-2 on the count. And Mercer gets hit, and Wagner steals second. As he's stealing, Mercer is hit.
Gets hit by a pitch, and he goes to first base. At second is Henry Wagner. At the plate, batting for Max Young, he has Ryan Pruitt, number 6.
Ryan Pruitt now up to bat. And that is strike one. And Pruitt has to step out of the box on that one. Close pitch there. 1-1 on the count with 1 out. One, two on the count, and runners on first and second for the Bulldogs. And another close pitch. That one will go by, and runners advance to second and third.
Both advance on a pass ball. And the count is 2-2 on Pruitt.
Two now, and 2 runners on for the Bulldogs. And that one is swung on, hit over to the second baseman, and he brings in one.
Pruitt grounds out for 3
Brings in 1 run.
inning.
With a 1-run
That
ground out.
scores Wagner.
Scores now 15-1 for the Bulldogs. And up to the plate now is Tyson Finch. That one goes for ball 1. And that one is high, ball 2. 2 outs now for the Bulldogs after that ground out. Did score 1. So the Bulldogs are up by 14 right now on the Clinton Maroons. And that one is called for strike 1, I believe. That was strike one on the pitch just before. 3-1 now on the count. I'm trying to keep the score updated as I can. And that one will go for ball 4 next to Finch to put runners on the corner. I apologize. A pinch runner goes on for Finch.
Ben Weedle is now batting, and he's replacing Carl Henderson. Ben Weedle, number 14, at the plate.
Ben Whittle up to bat now. And strike one. Make sure to tune in this Saturday at 11 a.m. Mahomet plays Urbana. And that one is outside just again for ball 2. 2-2 on the count. Runners on each corner with 2 outs. Backside of that one for ball 3. Full count now, 2 outs. Bulldogs looking to add a couple more on the board. Already with a pretty big safety though. And that one is hit to right field. And that one drops in just inside of the foul line. That will bring in another run for the Bulldogs.
Weedle hits a signal to right field. That scores Jake Mercer, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the game.
And that scores Mercer. They've called the game 16-1 for the Bulldogs. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great night. Don't forget, tune in at 11 o'clock on Saturday for the next game against Urbana High School. Have a great night.